What's up, guys? This is Real Estate Podcast, episode 96. This week we watched Dr. No, the first James Bond movie. I'm here with Griffin. Okay. I'm here with Travis.
And I'm here with Adam.
Griffin was here. I don't know what happened to him. He'll be back. So we finally started our James Bond. I had to do a little light reading earlier just to brush me up on Metal Hands. You could definitely tell that this was the first James Bond movie.
Absolutely.
Because they didn't exactly have the formula worked out. Griffin, if you can hear us, we can't hear you. I don't know what's going on there.
But yeah,
you could tell
right from the get-go.
It
But
wasn't,
it shows you though that the things they stuck with, they
Yeah.
stuck with.
Oh yeah.
Classic Bond theme, the intro. You had the overly artsy, even for that time period, I was surprised that the intro was as elaborate as it was.
Yeah, it's something I noticed, like, it was, like, he didn't have as many gadgets.
No.
They hadn't gone down that road yet. Like, I think he had the letter that was going to self-destruct. We didn't see that. You remember the part of the movie when he put the hair on the door, see if anybody opened it?
Oh,
It
yeah,
was real,
little
like,
spot back.
toned down MacGyver Bond. Like,
Yeah.
he put the
When you go
powder
but when
on
you
the
go
briefcase to see if anybody touched it.
But like when you go back and having known, what knowledge I know of the recent Bond, like where does this movie fit in the timeline?
It's supposed to be the very first one.
Well, that's the thing though. Casino Royale and stuff deals with him just becoming a 007, a 00 agent. Whereas in Dr. No, he's already got his status. Like it's a little like I've never thought of it until I started watching Dr. No that, I wonder if not really a machete order, but if there's a way where if you go back and watch them, like the I guess the way the novels are written.
Well, I was always under the impression that they're not all the same guy, right?
Well, no, it's
supposed to all
like
be
James,
the same person. I just thought James Bond could be me if I, it's kind of like Doctor Who, like.
Well, yeah, I
you
mean,
get
I
a
guess
different doctor. I thought that was the thing. Like James Bond, James Bond is just always going to be the best. We're bringing Bond, and we got a new Bond.
I'm sure the novels are more like, they're a villain of a flavor of the week, because there's just so many stories, obviously. I don't know how long Ian Fleming's actual book series go, like, cause that's the thing. I'm not sure if some of the movies are novels or.
I know that two of the movies that we're gonna watch, they're not James Bond movies. They're Bond movies, but they're not part of the original material.
They're more of like we're gonna try to do our own thing. But
well,
just
in the next like 2 or 3 episodes, there's another version of Casino Royale. It's like 1967 or something, and it's its own thing. Like it's kind of like the company that did all the other ones, they didn't make that one. And then there's another one. Griffin, do you know? Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I don't. My internet keeps dropping, so
Do you know if this Bond movie is like the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah, but is it? You remember? Like Travis was saying, Casino Royale, the one that came out in 2006, is supposed to take place before this one, right?
Yeah.
Is it really though?
Well, I don't think
James Bond, like, I don't think it's all supposed to be the same guy, right? I've always heard that.
I think it's all the same guy. It's just like it's like the Doctor, and like no story is.
I said
the way I always took it was no story was the first story, even though they said it was the first story. That Casino Royale was supposed to be like taking place before.
Like a prequel.
Yeah, but I mean, there's nothing that really threads them all together except for James Bond. And since he's been
the time period, I guess.
Yeah, but Casino Royale took place in present day, though.
It did, yeah.
So I mean, that doesn't
quite add
But
up.
at the same time, you know, like the Pierce Brosnan movies took place during an alternative Cold War era.
right.
All right, I'm pulling up a list because I'm interested now. Now they're saying Dr. Knows first.
The James Bond timeline.
I've looked at like several websites here, and they all put it first.
Right.
Like they still expect you to watch them in that order, like Another Day to Die, and then Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace. Like everybody, you're expected to watch them in that order.
In the release order.
Yeah, I don't know why. If it is a prequel, did they ever say it was a prequel?
Well, they came out and they said it was James Bond's first adventure.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean dick, though, really. I mean, I can say today's my first adventure doing a podcast, and we know that ain't true.
It does say that that was his first mission.
Casino Royale?
Well, I mean, yeah, but and then they also say this, that it's kind of like a reboot. Like they started James Bond over.
Well, I mean, because, you know, you think about it, you know, and Dr. No, Bond is smooth as fuck.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, there's no, like, you're not tripping him up, you know? Whereas, you know, before, you know, when he's first a 00 agent, the whole concept with his character is that, you know, he's not there yet. He's not shaken and not stirred yet. He's fucking, you know, he could still be a loose cannon if need be, and is, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's saying here, is that's the reboot. Like, that's the way they're going. Like,
yeah.
In 2006, they started over.
Well,
so all the new movies are supposed to be, you know, that's a new storyline. Like, we restart. We're wiping the original, 23?
It was, there was a gap, too, weren't there, between the Pierce Brosnan and Casino Royale? Wasn't there, like,
Another Day?
Years? Yeah.
Yeah, let me see.
Didn't that maybe come out in 2000? 99?
There's like Die Another Day, No
World for Tomorrow?
Well, right here we have, he did GoldenEye. He did License to Kill?
That's what it is.
No.
That was someone else?
Yeah. I think that's the next one, isn't it?
No, that's 89. Okay, and that's got Benicio del Toro in it. I didn't know that. So when Pierce Brosnan started, it was GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Is Not Enough, Die Another Day. And then that was it. And then that was 2002. A few years later, we got a reboot with Casino Royale. 2006.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, but I mean, he's the big screen version and the more like realistic, quote unquote, version of Doctor. You know. So
yeah, well, when they did the reboot, because in this movie, me and Travis were talking about this a second ago, it's toned down. You don't have a lot of gadgets.
Oh no,
he's
not
putting
at all.
A piece of hair on the door to see if anybody comes in. He's putting powder on his briefcase to see if anybody goes through it. And they never revisit that. You see him put the hair.
Yeah.
You see him put the powder on the briefcase, and then we forget about that shit. I think this movie like an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that? It wasn't that bad.
It was 2 hours. Well, but whenever he came back to the room, he checked to see if
the hair was gone.
Yeah, and it was. Somebody had been in his room fucking snooping around like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers. So,
when it opened with him sitting at that table, lighting a cigarette, I was like, "Oh, it's the good old days."
Yeah, right.
You're still smoking a movie.
Everybody smoked, didn't they?
Yeah.
What about whenever he goes up to the meet up with that woman? He bangs her and then has her ass kicked off the island.
Gets her escorted away by the police. Well, she was going to kill him.
I know.
She's going to have him killed on his way up there. That's why on his way up there, these dudes get behind him. This driving scene was hilarious. Like, you could tell that he was driving in front of a screen.
Oh, yeah,
Not a blue screen. A screen, like
a projector projecting.
Yeah, and it was playing the video behind him, and the truck was like way bigger than it should be.
Yeah,
it didn't even like match up, you know.
No,
But he was like, he was cutting corners, man. He didn't even know this road.
No.
And we got to see his expert driving skills at work here. And then he cuts a curve, pulls over, the guys run off the edge. Boom, 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 boom. It blows up, of course, you know?
Of course.
And then the guy, there was like this dude in the road, and he's like, what happened, you know? And then he was like, I don't know. He's like, something. He had some witty line, you know, like a little one-liner. He's like, they got a little too close for comfort, you know?
Yeah.
Went got in his car and left. So when the girl opened the door, she was like, oh, you made it. And he was like,
I did.
I sure did. He went in there and banged her. I thought I was like, surely after he delivers this, you know, James Bond dicking,
yeah,
she's going to be on his side. But no.
Oh, yeah. Well, I figured the dick would turn her too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She'd come clean. I'm sorry.
She's like, you know who? She was on the phone like, you know who came over last night? James Bond. Girl, he brought dick too.
Yeah,
he brought dick too.
I think he punctured an ovary with that thing. You know what I'm saying? Damn,
cervix puncher.
I mean, shit. But this was the birth of fucking swag. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the birth of fucking of movie swag.
Yeah.
This is
Nobody's cooler than this motherfucker. Every James Bond we've ever had, they ain't shit.
Nah, he's a badass. I like when he goes in the office and he's talking to Moneypenny. He's all flirting with her and shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, look at him. He gonna get it one day. It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He gonna get it. And ain't nothing gonna change. She gonna be in love like she is when she ain't got it.
He was real cool.
He was too cool.
You remember when he rolled up on Sailor Jerry?
Yeah.
He was like, I need to talk to you about some shit. And he's like, let's go around here. And they go around there, and then these black dudes come out of nowhere like, whatcha? They go straight ninja on him, you know?
Yeah.
He fucks everybody up. And then the one dude steps out with a gun. He's like, hold your hands up. And he's like, he says something. He's like, James Bond? He's like, yeah, you must be so-and-so. And then everything's cool.
Yeah.
I was like, he just kicked everybody in the room's ass.
Yeah. Then he's having tea with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And crumpets, like,
yeah, no big deal.
No big deal.
He knows what's up, though, for real.
But did you notice, like, he was never worried?
Oh, no.
I've seen Daniel Craig worried.
Yeah.
Like, I'm about to die. I got to get to the car and hit that defib. You know?
Yeah. That
I ain't never seen this James Bond worried. Like, whenever they were like, he was like, give me your pocket knife. And he cut those things and they got under the water. I was like, bullshit.
Right.
You'd have to poke a hole all the way through that thing, man.
How crazy is it that they go to this place and there's so much radiation that they have to do this crazy radiation bath?
Yeah. I thought in a minute I was like, we about to see some shit. What I noticed though was I was like, this is where Austin Powers got that scene.
The shower scene
where he goes through the thing.
They thaw him out.
Well, like every movie that's ever done it.
Yeah.
That's where it came from right there.
Well,
that's gotta be where it started.
They stole so much from this movie. So much. I mean,
what movie?
From Dr. No.
You talking about all, like, everyone?
Yeah.
Well, it's the one. Like, this is
the OG.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't.
Well, this is a movie everyone was like, have you seen James Bond?
Yeah.
I told my grandfather that we were doing a review of Dr. No, and he said, you mean the best James Bond movie? I was like, damn, dude, there's a lot of James Bond movies. Are you sure?
Yeah. Have you seen them all?
And he's like, yeah. Now, I did a little research. I did find this out. Who wrote the books?
Ian Fleming.
All right, well, I heard I got some dirt on this motherfucker.
Oh, you gonna dox his ass?
Yeah, he was like, I think he's dead, ain't he? Man, they were talking mad shit about that dude. Said he was sexist and racist and all kinds of shit. And I'm like, well, it was the 60s. I mean,
what do you
when
expect?
in Rome? I mean,
yeah, right.
You know, I was like, they had black people in the movie.
Yeah, they did.
I gotta say that I'm gonna call him Sailor Jerry because I don't remember his name. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? The boat guy was like, there's a dragon on that island. I ain't going there.
He went out like a bitch.
Dude, I couldn't believe they killed him like that. And it sounded like they used that one,
Yeah.
that classic scream
The
that you
Wil-
hear in every
the-
movie.
Yeah, the Wilhelm
Yeah.
scream or whatever.
A
Yeah.
dragon. I was like, there ain't no goddamn dragon. That's a fucking battle bot.
Wouldn't that be awesome if it was a dragon though?
Yeah.
The fucking White Walkers show up. You're like, oh fuck.
He's like, I think we're in the wrong movie.
Yeah, so we got to
We
get out of
stumbled onto
here.
the Game of Thrones shit.
The
shit.
Game of Thrones shit.
Yeah. It's thrones. 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 That's
Game
what I
of
said,
Thrones.
thrones. It's like, no,
Yeah.
dude.
Calm your ass down.
But this motherfucker was cool.
Yeah,
He was cool, calm, and collected.
yeah.
Always.
He was
Where was this island at? Bahamas or
Jamaica.
something? Jamaica? Okay. Makes sense.
several of these movies take place on Jamaica.
Probably cheap to film there.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. And Jamaica was part of the United Kingdom, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was fucking. Hold on.
Yeah. When
let me
I
do a
was in
fact.
Jamaica, they were showing us this clock that the Brits brought there, like some kind of like clock tower.
Yeah.
And they actually said that it was actually meant for another place, but this little town in Jamaica had the same name as this other place, so they brought it there instead. It was a big fuck up.
That's cool.
A
man.
real big fuck up.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be in like England somewhere.
And
And then they delivered it to Jamaica. They were like, we got the clock. And they're like, what? So they put it up. That shit happened. The tour guide told us about it. He's like, this wasn't supposed to be here.
Yeah.
But it was delivered here by accident. So, because the
We
place
kept
had
it.
the same name as another place.
We kept it, so fuck, like, yeah, it did. It was filmed in Jamaica and England, so
At Pinewood Studios.
Mm-hmm. Started it all, didn't it?
yeah,
Pinewood was shit before this.
made it relevant.
So, you know,
I
James
mean,
Bond, go ahead.
the only thing that I wasn't like, super impressed with or anything
The
was,
villain?
yeah,
Yeah.
I liked him,
Are
but
we going
just
straight to
didn't
the
get
villain?
enough.
We're going to skip all this other? We're going straight to him?
Well, I mean, let's do it.
Well, we
like,
can't sit here and go scene for scene because this motherfucker's
No.
just rubbing shoulders and shaking hands for a little while,
Yeah,
getting drinks and
ru-
shit, fucking bitches. Like,
yeah,
he was just
I mean,
doing Bond shit.
yeah, He
Picking
was bonding
letters up
around.
and intimidating motherfuckers. Like,
yeah,
going to see the doctor, like, let me get those records. And he's like, I don't have them. And he's like, where are they? And the girl's like listening through the peephole. Everybody's
Yeah.
spying on him. Like,
yeah, of course. And he's cool with
he's
it.
cool with it. He's like, I'd like to take you out to dinner.
Yeah,
Let you spy on
bitch.
his dick.
Yeah, I got. Yeah, get on your knees and fucking look at this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Here's my thing with the villain. All right. What was his, like, what did he have? What was his superpower? Every Bond villain's got something.
Well, he had those.
Metal hands.
Yeah,
He lost his hands. He was fucking around with radiation,
yeah,
Lost his hands. Not once did he use these hands. Like, he crushed a can.
yeah.
And
That's
that was it.
I can
The whole
crush a can
time
with
I'm
my
watching,
regular.
I was like, he's going to fuck Bond up with his hands. I was like, Bond about to
Yeah.
catch these hands.
You gonna put the mitts on him?
He going to catch these hands. Like, this dude was he was a little dainty, like, he wanted everything to be clean. When they brought him in, I was like, damn, they know how to treat some motherfuckers,
Yeah,
Little Asian chicks brought him in. This is your room. Here's your robes. And then they drank the tea. I was like, y'all didn't even smell the tea. He did smell it before he took a drink. He took a little drink. I was like, damn, Bond, you should learn by now. You
yeah,
don't drink shit unless you watch somebody make it.
yeah. Well,
But he knocked him out just so he could come in there and look at him. You remember, like, while they were sleeping, somehow they got to bed. He came in and, like, looked at Bond. He was, like, standing over him in his weird fucking, oh, shit, dude. I just put this together. Dr. Evil, man. He's wearing, that's the Dr. Evil outfit. That outfit that he's wearing, that wide outfit that comes up to his neck, same outfit that Dr. Evil had on. Drop Griffin again. But I just thought it was weird that he didn't like use his hands to like fuck anybody up.
Well, I mean, it was in that era where it's not so much as what he's going to do. He just wants you to know what he's going to do.
Yeah. Well, it was at the
He's
point
like,
because you remember Jaws. Jaws could bite through metal. Like later on, they learned, oh, we got a villain and they got like a superpower. We got to use it. Like, I don't think in this movie they knew they were going to go that route yet. You know, that every villain, you know what I mean? That every villain had a thing. Like, you remember the dude with the hat?
Mm-hmm.
Throw the hat and it would chop shit off. But the villain was like, meh. And it was weird, like, okay, so they're launching a rocket. Are they going to the moon or are they just doing orbit? Is it the moon landing? Because at the end of the movie, it's either where either astronauts are going up into orbit or they're doing like a moon landing or something. And he wants to blow that bitch up with like a laser. Why? So you blow that up and then you can like use that to be like, look what we can do, you know?
Fear us.
Yeah. But he was running a pretty sweet, he was running a tight ship.
Oh, yeah.
He had a sweet setup.
Motherfuckers were fucking popping cyanide for him.
Yeah, that's right. Killing themselves. I've been thinking about this, especially after watching this movie, and I know that the rest of the Bond movies, he's banging chicks left and right. When are they going to go after James Bond? When are they going to say, wait a minute, James Bond's a womanizer. He's just banging chicks in every movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when are they going to go after Bond and get all the Bond movies, you know, erased? I don't think they can.
Due time, man.
We can hear you.
I'm back. Okay.
You think they'll ever go after Bond?
Who?
They.
Probably.
You know what I mean? The whole woman thing.
Yeah, they will.
I mean, at some point, somebody gonna catch it on like AMC and be like, hell no. And they're gonna tweet it out.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, James who?
Yeah, Sean Connery will be a fucking womanizing Travis.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll happen, dude.
I mean,
and we won't be able to buy.
The chicks are okay with it.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't mind.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, everybody even the chick that was trying to kill him, like they were like laying in bed smoking cigarettes, and she was like, oh, you know, like.
Yeah, she's like, I don't want to go out tonight.
Let's just stay here. She wanted.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, let's fuck some more.
She wanted to get more of that Bond pole.
Yeah, and he had other plans.
Let you slide down the Bond pole.
But what I was going to say before I disconnected, can we go on record? Can I go on record and say that the other night I watched Goldmember because it's on Netflix?
You talking about
Austin Powers?
Yeah. Okay.
It is fucking hilarious.
It's funny, man.
It is so. I forgot how fucking funny.
I think they're all funny.
They are, and people are just like fucking Austin Powers. Yeah, parody this. No. It's fucking funny. Like, it's legit.
No, I like them. I like them. I own them. I own the box set.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, I was there when they came out. Hey, I actually got Goldmember one year in a stocking stuffer.
Yeah, me too.
You did in the stocking?
Yeah.
I pull it out and I'm like, gold.
I love
the taste of it, the texture. Is that the one with Beyonce in it?
Yeah.
Now.
And
yeah.
But
a little cringe.
But he makes up for it's Dr. Evil. That character
oh my God,
is so damn funny.
See, that's what I was about to throw up here. I was saying this when you got cut off. I don't know if you heard. But, all right, check out Dude's outfit. You remember it.
Oh, I remember.
I mean, dog.
Yeah,
it's the same outfit.
It is.
He was like, I want to do like a Bond parody, you know, like a British. I mean, they're hilarious.
Yes,
it's like, I always knew you were crazy, but now I can see your nuts. Thank you. They're funny, man.
We need to do all of them sometime.
Oh yeah, I'm down for that. What's
Hell
your
yeah.
favorite?
Oh,
It's kind of hard to pick one, man.
Yeah,
They're all good.
I don't know, man. I kind of
Goldmember's
like.
pretty good.
I kind of like that one a
Yeah.
lot.
It was
it's
bigger
got,
and better.
well, it's got his dad's in it.
Yeah.
And Dr. Evil's being all fucking Dr. Evil as fuck. It's just his interaction with his little group of cronies is so fucking funny.
Throw me a freaking bone here.
Oh, when he does the shit between him and Seth Green.
It's fucking gold.
Oh, dude, yes.
Was it Scott?
Yes.
Calm down, Scotty.
Yeah.
Scotty down.
He's like, oh, my hair's falling out. Scotty, I'm gonna look like you, like a ball sack. Scotty, come here, Scotty.
He says, Mini-Me loves chocolate. Yeah. Scotty, don't.
Yeah, and he was pointing at Mini-Me doing that. I love you. I love you. God damn. We gotta watch those.
We've got to go with the Bond movies.
They're fucking funny, man.
I wish there was 25 Austin Powers.
Oh shit!
movies.
You know he's working on another one.
Man, he needs to.
He's been working on it for like 5 years, dude.
It's gonna be the greatest.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna drop another Austin Powers movie, it's gotta be the shit.
Oh yeah.
Or you gonna fuck it up.
Oh, I'm gonna go see it. Though.
Y'all know he created that.
Yeah.
Like he's got the rights to that character all the way.
Wouldn't it be awesome if he got a deal to do a TV show?
Mm.
Oh my god.
That'd be funny.
Bring them back, all of
them. Damn.
I know,
the scene with the penis pump. Y'all remember this?
Yeah.
And then the scene where th're like behind the like canvas thing.
Yeah.
She's like trying to help him do something, and it looks like they're like watching it, and they're like, "What the fuck's going on in there?" She's like gets down on her knees and.
Yeah, they're pulling all that shit out of his ass.
Yeah, that's funny, man.
Yeah.
Whenever he wakes up from, whenever they thaw him out, he like takes a damn 30-minute piss.
Yeah,
it's funny, dude. How you even think to put that in there? He's like, he's got to pee for a really long time, and then like he starts to stop, then he farts, and it comes back in like. That's funny.
Yeah. Well, it's a good idea. Take James Bond, like just the craziness of it, and let's amp it up by 1 million. And I'm gonna play not 1, not 2, but 3 characters in these films.
Fat
you know
bastard.
What I mean? Yeah.
Who doesn't love Fat Bastard?
You really are Fat Bastard.
Yeah. He said, "Hey, what do you say? I eat because I'm depressed, and I'm depressed because I eat."
He said, "You lost all that weight," and he goes, "Yeah, I went on the Subway diet like Jared." He goes, "But I do have some of this excess skin.
My neck looks like a vagina." It's like it does.
Yeah,
it looks just like one. He did say that, right?
Yeah, he did.
That's right. I don't think they'll be dropping any Jared lines in the next one.
No, definitely not.
But everybody's got to come back.
The only person that can't is Mini-Me.
Well, yeah. Which may be why they didn't make one.
Yeah.
I could see that holding them back. Nah, they got to make it.
Yeah.
What if they just take clips of Mini-Me?
Oh, my God.
What if they get another midget and they superimpose Vern Troyer's face over it? I mean, he ain't got no lines or nothing.
No. Well, yeah.
All you got to do is have him making faces like, ooh.
Yeah. Which one was your favorite?
Out of those?
Yeah.
It's probably Goldmember.
It's so fucking funny.
It's just bigger and better.
Yeah.
You know, because it's the third one, right?
Yeah.
And it was like, so they had Austin Powers, International's Man of Mystery, and then they did Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, right?
Yeah.
And then they did Goldmember. And then Goldmember was just big. It just like, every time they came out with another one, they was like, "You see how much money we made the last time?
Yeah, we're gonna
give him more. As much as he wants."
Yeah, I wonder how much they gross.
Yeah, I was
You already knew.
Yeah.
Are you there?
I'm on my way.
All right. Me and Trav will guess.
All right, we're gonna do the first one.
All right.
First.
Well,
y'all want to know the budget?
Yeah, what's the budget?
Wow. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. I'm gonna ask y'all to guess on the budget.
I'm gonna say 100 million.
Now look, this is 1997.
Damn. I'll say 50 million.
What you got?
It's for
Trav?
Goldmember
The first one.
for International
1997.
Man of Mystery.
Yeah.
I say 150 million.
150 million. Well, the
Yeah.
budget is $16.5 million.
Wow.
I mean, dude,
Yeah,
for what they got,
that's good.
you gotta give them credit. All right, are we gonna just do the domestic or we gonna do the worldwide?
Worldwide.
Worldwide budget, what'd y'all say? You said 150, Travis? What you saying, 100 million, Griffin?
Yeah.
$67 million.
Wow. It made money.
I mean, they spent 15, they made 67. That's not to mention DVD sales and merchandise.
Yeah, there was toys everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
that
right.
was a thing.
Let's see, we'll do the next one. The Spy Who Shagged Me. 2 years later. All right. Holy shit. All right, the budget on this one was $33 million. What do y'all think the box office is?
I'm gonna say 100.
100
I think
million?
it may. Yeah.
Now, at this time, Austin Powers is huge.
Yeah.
Huge. Huge.
Hey.
What do you think, Trav? Spy Who Shagged Me.
80 million.
312 million.
No wonder they got a fucking trilogy out of them. Jesus Christ.
All right.
I'm all over the fucking place with that shit. Apparently,
I'm pulling up Goldmember was 2002.
Can't believe it's been that long.
Yeah, no, dude, it's crazy. We're coming up on 20 years
I know.
since Goldmember was released. All right. So the budget the budget doubled, 63 million. What do y'all think the box office was?
all right. So what was the budget?
63 million on Goldmember. They had to pay
400
Beyonce.
million.
I'm gonna say 3.
3 billion? 300 million?
Yeah.
T-Rab.
Yeah,
Where
4.
you at on Goldmember?
I'm at 400 million.
400 million? 296.7.
Damn.
So, all in all, this movie made like $500 million. I mean, the trilogy made like $500 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Off of ticket sales.
That's
a
crazy.
lot of goddamn money, man.
Yeah.
So of course they'll let him make another one. I would imagine the budget would be around 100, 120 million, something like that, for the next one.
Yeah.
And the growth, there's no telling how much money it'll make.
Well,
I know
mean,
I'll go see it.
Yeah, for sure.
I've never been able to see an Austin Powers movie in the theater.
No, he's a national treasure.
Really, dude.
Hey,
And he ain't even from here.
No,
But we
but he's
adopted
our-
him.
Yeah, we adopted him like we adopted James Bond.
Yeah. But Wayne's World.
Yeah.
He's kind of
I like-
gone away.
Well,
Since,
he made his money.
He made a lot, dude. Y'all know what his net worth is?
Wasn't there any controversy with him though?
He was standing next to Kanye West when he said that George Bush hates black people.
Yeah.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
At the
He was
MTV
just
Movie
like,
Awards, he was standing next to Kanye West, and he said something. He was reading the teleprompt, and Kanye West said, "George Bush hates all black people," and everybody was like, "Holy shit, dude!" That's the first Kanye outburst we've ever had. Right there, dude. We all realized, oh, he did Shrek. Forgot about Shrek.
Oh my god. Yeah.
I don't know about all of them, and I'm pretty sure I watched them all, but that first Shrek movie is pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, they're all good.
You got Eddie Murphy as the donkey.
Yeah.
He said, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
I like
Get
him.
out of here, donkey.
Yeah, you
Mike
fuck.
Myers has a fucking net worth of $175 million.
I mean, that's retirement money.
Of course, he's not working much these days.
Well, isn't he doing American Bandstand or
You talking about
isn't
that
it the
TV
Gong
show?
Show? Yeah,
He was doing it. Did you see clips of it?
yeah.
Hilarious, because he plays like some 70s British, TV host.
Yeah.
So he's real funny. He's dropping lines like Randy and shit,
That's
Does that make you horny, baby?
Yeah.
Does it? Does that make you horny?
Y'all know he's in that Bohemian Rhapsody movie.
Is he?
Yeah, he's the guy that's like, no radio station's ever going to play this song.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he said he thought that was cool when they called him. They said, hey, because he had a little history with Queen. So he made Wayne's World, and everybody remembers the scene where they're in the Gremlin.
Yeah.
And they're going down the road banging to the Queen song. The studio said, I want to use the Queen song. And they said, hell no. Nobody cares about Queen anymore. They were like, no, we don't want to do that. So he fought for it and fought for it. Mike Myers, he wanted to use the Queen song in Wayne's World when they're in the car. I mean, it's a classic scene. It's an icon. When I think about Wayne's World to this day, I always think about that scene, where they're in the car, and they're doing the whole head banging and. But the film company that was making the movie, they didn't want to let him use that song. They were like, let's pick something. They wanted to pick something current, like a band that was hot at the time.
Right.
And he fought for it, man. He told them. This is what he told them. He said, if you don't let me use this Queen song, I'm walking away from this movie.
Wow.
So they were like, okay, we're gonna let you use it. And I mean, look at it.
Yeah.
So they thought it was cool that in the Queen movie they let him come in and be the one that's like, nobody will ever play this song on the radio.
That's so cool.
Yeah, they did that just because of that moment where he used the Queen song, and he made Queen a bunch of money off that.
Yeah, because it kind of brought him back for a minute.
Wayne's World grossed $183 million.
Jesus. Holy shit.
Yeah. In 1992.
That's fucking crazy.
So he's a cash cow.
Yeah. I mean, but Garth is my favorite one.
Yeah.
Like his
Pretty
awkward
unlike.
ass. Yeah.
Turtle.
I mean, the Master of Disguise movie was okay. Well, and then Mike Myers had some fucking stinkers in there too. Love Guru.
Yeah. And I tried to like it.
I did
because I
too.
was on the Mike ever since Austin Powers. I was on the Mike Myers bandwagon. I was just like, I'll watch anything with this dude in it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even Wayne's World that did that for me, because I was like, yeah, Wayne's World's funny,
Yeah.
But I wouldn't like ride or die with him.
Yeah.
But when he released Austin Powers, I was like, okay, I'll watch anything. The Love Guru. What else has he got? He did the Shrek movie. He did the Cat in the Hat. Y'all remember that creepy ass shit?
I love that movie.
How creepy did he look though? I mean, he was like spot on. Like he went like Jim Carrey, Grinch level.
I love it.
Prosthetics.
I love it so much more than the Grinch.
It's way better.
It's so fucking funny, dude.
And there's some grown-up jokes in there.
Yeah,
I saw a YouTube video one time where they were talking about there's a few grown-up jokes in there that's like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, because at one part he's like, "You stupid hoe," and then he pulls the hoe up and he goes, "I'm sorry, baby."
Yeah.
Fucking funny, man. It's hold on, I'm trying to get to his page. Here
I'm on it. I don't see. He was in Glorious Bastards. Y'all remember?
Yeah. The Gong Show. That must already.
He played Austin Powers in a Britney Spears music video.
Of course. He did a lot of Shrek shit. Love Guru.
He was in a Madonna music video as Austin Powers. I didn't know that.
Yeah. What is Nobody Knows Anything?
I don't know that, and I also don't know the Thin Pink Line. Or 54.
Yeah, I don't know.
He played 2 characters, and So I Married an Axe Murderer. I don't know that movie.
You never seen that?
Mm-mm.
It's okay. It's not like, it's not the greatest, but it's okay.
Yeah, judging by I see the picture here. It looks, but he plays 2 people, like twins or something. They have the same last name.
And one of them. Let's see. It's weird. I haven't seen it in a long time. I'll have to go back and watch it again.
I love how Dr. No has delved us so deep into Mike Myers territory.
I know, right?
He took a lot from that movie.
Yeah, he did.
And he had his own swag.
The fucking Austin Powers swag?
Yeah, dude.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Who can pull off a shirt like that with a velvet suit? You know that shirt was Egyptian cotton, too.
Of course. You just slip right into it.
Yeah.
No resistance.
Oh, my God. The Vembots.
Now, there was something I was meaning to say about Dr. No or about James Bond in general. I was telling Adam about this the other day. And I think at the end of the day, this is going to be my criteria for whether or not I can honestly give a Bond movie a full star. I feel like there's going to be a lot of half stars from it. It's not because they're bad movies, but every James Bond film I've ever tried to watch in my life, I can finish them, but I never finish them in one setting. I always James Bond puts me to fucking sleep.
It's slow.
Yeah.
It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of cinematography. It's a lot of,
Dr. No, I had to bang it out in 2 sittings, man.
That's a good criteria, though. I mean, I watched it. It is slow, but I mean, I can stomach it. Like, I can deal with it.
I'm not ready to watch it again.
No.
I'll say that.
No.
That movie has a limit.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm like, I've probably got 2-3 more viewings tops in me for a lifetime. Yeah. And I'm good.
Yeah.
Because it's not the best. You know what I mean?
No.
It's the first one. We talked about this when you got cut out, man. You can tell that they didn't know where they were going with it.
Yeah, they were still trying to find their footing.
They're still trying to figure it out. What's going to work? What's going to sell? What can we do? What can we get away with?
Yeah.
There were no submarine cars. There are no jet packs.
It's just fucking him being a badass. But it's
badass, though.
It's one of those things where it's so cut and dry that it makes it almost that much more interesting to just see him just swag around.
Well, it's like an acting clinic.
Yeah.
The whole time he was just acting his ass off. And he did a good job. Now, online, Rotten Tomatoes, it's got a 96. On IMDb, it's got a 7.3.
Yeah.
So I have to agree with those scores.
Yeah.
It's not 100%. Now, guys, I don't know if you know this, but in 1962, the budget of this movie was $1 million.
Yeah.
That's like a shitload of money in the 60s. I don't know what the gross is. I'm sure it was. I think we talked about this before, didn't we?
Well, yeah, we did the inflation calculator on it. It was like the million was what, 70-something million or something?
So they made the domestic gross was a little over 16 million. So that's a fucking goddamn. You're gonna get 24 more. You know?
Yeah, that's a winner chicken dinner.
You can't go wrong with James Bond.
No.
Now I feel like we're eventually gonna. I like him as Bond. I just like Sean Connery, especially young Sean Connery. He's cool as fuck. Smoking cigarettes, banging chicks. he's breaking necks and cashing checks, you know?
Yeah.
And he's fucking James Bond. But I know we're gonna hit a Bond where it's like,
Was
there's
that
just too
really
many.
worth it? Yeah.
There's too many Bonds. I grew up on the Pierce Brosnan Bond. I think that was the first James Bond movie I'd ever seen was him. Like, maybe I saw some of the other ones on TV because I remember like the skiing Bond and
Yeah.
the fighting the Russians Bond. But I don't even think I knew it was James Bond. I was just sitting there watching it, like, who the fuck's this?
Right.
It wasn't one of those things where I like sat down and
Yeah.
I was there when it came out, like.
No, I know.
But fucking Pierce Brosnan had some fucking swag, man.
Yeah.
That motherfucker was born to be James Bond. Like,
Oh yeah.
he has some
Well,
swag.
I mean, he's definitely our generation's Bond, you know.
I really hope that they get Idris Elba to be Bond.
There's talks.
I want that to happen so bad.
Well, they were talking about it this last time because Daniel Craig was like, I'm not making another James Bond movie. It's too hard.
And then they threw $1 billion at him.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay.
Who'd make a good Bond, though?
Danny
Chris
McBride.
Hemsworth.
No, I'm just kidding. Chris Hemsworth. He's Thor, right?
Yeah.
He do, especially since we saw him in the Men in Black one.
Yeah.
With the suit on and stuff. He could do Bond.
I think that they would be afraid, like, not really typecast, but almost typecast.
Because he's Thor.
They'd be afraid he might be goofy acting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Because Bond's not allowed to be funny.
Well, he's got that reputation now where he's like the goofy. And I'm not saying he can't be a serious actor.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah, I'd be afraid that they wouldn't want to, But that's just what I think. I would like to see, and I know this will never happen, but I'd like to see Benedict Cumberbatch be Bond.
Or a Bond villain.
Oh my God, right?
Because he plays a good villain.
He'd play a really good villain.
Yeah. His dialogue delivery is just like.
It would be interesting if, since they did the reboot or whatever with Casino Royale and whatnot, Cumberbatch, I think, would probably play a good Dr. No if they did a Dr. No reboot.
Yeah, that's true.
I just put 2 and 2 together, Dr. No and Dr. Evil.
Yeah.
I just never thought about that. The suit, everything about him. He had the layer. They straight ripped off James Bond to a T, man.
I know. It was great.
They made it funny. He's like, I want to do a funny James Bond movie. And it sold. Daniel Craig's net worth is $95 million.
Wow.
Guarantee you he didn't have half of that when he started making those Bond movies.
Oh, no.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
That'll do.
When you're worth $95 million, do you work again?
No.
I mean,
if I had half of that, I would never work. Well, I guess you could get it while it's good.
Well, the lifestyle, I guess, would bump one up to where they're like, oh, I need more millions of dollars. But
because
at the same
we've
time,
seen actors blow through their fucking fortune.
Like say you go do Hollywood for a little while, and you bring your worth up to that. Like say you put 20 years into it, you put out like, I don't know, 4 or 5 really good films in that time period. Enough that like royalties are coming in for a minute.
Yeah.
Do you walk away and go back to the life you had before and just live comfortably off your millions of dollars? Or do you upgrade like you go the full?
I can say, do you go full Bond?
You live in the fucking bracket that you're in now.
I can say, yes, I'll go back to my life. But it's different when you got $100 million in the bank.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to blow it all because I'd be afraid to be broke again. So I'd be on top of that. I'd be like, you get great value chips, like
right.
You're using too much dishwasher liquid. I mean, I would, because once you got that kind of money, you don't want to go back to the life before.
No.
It's like we went from, 5 course to, 5 cheeseburgers and a fry, like
no course. Yeah. 5
But
Well,
what
I
I
mean-
would do, and this is what you got to do in the world we live in today, like, all right, you got a Bond movie. All right, they got you locked in.
Yeah.
Do as many goddamn Bond movies as they'll let you do. Get your money. Because after that, a few years later, ain't nobody gonna put you in shit.
Yeah.
You got a window. Usually the window works like this. He's already an older guy. All right. Kurt Russell.
Yeah.
You got young Kurt Russell, and then there's like he just kind of disappeared for a while. Then he came back on the scene now when he's old Russell. And he now he fits like young Kurt Russell couldn't play the hangman. He didn't
No.
fit the role.
No.
Like goddamn baby face, you know?
Yeah.
But now he fits it. But see, Daniel Craig was old when he made his money.
Yeah.
He's one of those people. He's like a late bloomer. Like he already had a little money from a few movies. What was that one movie he was in? It was good. I think it's what got him the Bond movies. Let me
What
go
was
look.
that? But he's one of those people that don't age.
Nah, he looks the same.
Yeah.
Since the first time I saw him.
He looks the same always.
Yeah, I know he played a stormtrooper, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys and Aliens.
It was okay. I like
If I recall, I believe Daniel Craig is the stormtrooper that Rey tries to Jedi mind trick, and
Yeah.
the stormtrooper's like, no.
The Golden Compass.
I've heard that the movie wasn't that great, but I heard that the source material that the Golden Compass is based on is supposed to be really good.
Oh, he was
Yeah.
in The Jacket.
Yeah, he was.
That was a good movie.
Yeah.
He was nobody then.
What was it? Layer Cake? I've heard a lot of people.
Yeah,
talk
he was
about
in that.
movie.
He played XXXX. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah. Tom Hardy was in that movie too.
He was in Lara Croft.
Yeah.
Tomb Raider. That's right. I recognize that motherfucker somewhere.
Hey, motherfucker.
I always thought that that movie he was in called Defiance was really good.
I think that's it.
He
That
was
was
in Munich.
That was in an earlier one, right?
Yeah, it's an old World War II movie where it's like him and a bunch of Jews hold off in a forest from the Germans and like hold their ground and shit.
And he was like in charge. Like
Yeah,
his
well, I mean,
picture
he-
was on the
like-
front of the cover.
Well, like yeah,
He was
yeah,
the main
like, he was
character,
the
yeah.
star.
Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty good. The Mother.
Mother, tell your children not to walk my way.
Fateless. But he did Defiance after Casino Royale came out. That was a 2008 flick. He just put out Quantum of Solace, but I like that movie. He's a good actor. He's kind of like, he does a good Bond because he's like, well, I'll say this, like, before I watched The Jacket, I was like, this motherfucker's like a robot.
Yeah.
Because he's always like stone cold killer,
Yeah.
straight face. But then you see him in The Jacket, and then what was that other movie where they steal all the money?
Oh my God.
And then you're like, God damn, this motherfucker can act. Holy
What
shit.
was-
Like,
Logan Lucky.
yeah.
He was fucking incredible in that
Yeah.
Oh, where him and Adam Driver play like real.
Rednecks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
movie. He is so fucking good in that movie.
But even in The Jacket, he was just like, he was like freaking out, you know,
Yeah.
acting all crazy and shit. Layer Cake.
Yeah, I've never seen that, but everybody talks about how good it is.
Who else?
Layer.
Got Tom Hardy in it.
Yeah, I know. Might have to add that to the list. You know what I'm
Never heard of it. Oh, a successful cocaine dealer. I'm down.
saying? Coken.
It made money. Oh, no. Yeah, it did. It made money. Oh, it only made $11 million. But it's
What
one
a-
of those things where there, you know, it ain't like it's a Bond movie. It ain't no backstory.
Yeah,
Bond's gonna make money.
of course. Isn't there a Bond movie coming out in the next couple of years?
Does it got him in it?
Yeah,
Bond 25.
might be his last one. But
Probably
he's in it.
2020 next year.
We gonna go watch it.
Comes out February the 14th, 2020.
Damn, Valentine's Day.
Weird.
Hey, I've got
It's
an
not
idea.
really a date movie, is it?
Nah. Well,
Is
I mean,
it though?
I'm gonna enjoy myself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But Valentine's Day is not just about you.
Well, it is
Like,
when
it
I
is
go
in my
watch
book,
James
motherfucker.
Bond.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
Bond 25. I wonder if they'll come up with a name. If that's just what it's called.
Oh, I'm sure they'll come up with a name.
What's your idea?
So we've got 100 coming up soon,
Well,
and
real soon.
there's a movie out that I've heard so much about, but I haven't watched yet.
Mm-hmm.
Have you? It's called Bandersnatch. Have you heard about this?
Heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
Well, so apparently it's like a choose your own adventure.
Oh, this is
movie.
a TV show.
Yeah, it's the Black Mirror, but it's a movie.
But it's on Netflix, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you get to pick at the end of every episode. You get to like say, right, like I want this to happen.
Well, they say it plays like 10 or 15 minutes, and then after 10 or 15 minutes, you get to make a choice. And then after 10 or 15 more minutes, you get to make a choice. And there's like, there's 6 endings to the movie, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And there's good endings, bad endings, endings that
Just
didn't
depends
really...
on how you play the game.
Yeah.
It's like a video game movie.
Yeah. It's an interactive...
That's a pretty cool idea.
And it come out on fucking Netflix, you know? And so we should, the next time we all get together, do that. Do like a
watch it all?
Like a commentary. Well, we just make we decide and we make the decision as we play it. Like we all come to a decision and then we follow it through. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And just see where it takes us, because the movie apparently is 90 minutes long.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, no matter how you play it out.
Oh. Shit.
So it's not like a fucking...
I thought it was a series. I'm like, like 12 episodes?
No. It's a movie. So like I said, you watch 10 or 15 minutes, you make a decision. 10 or 15 minutes, you make a decision. And you just go all the way through the movie that way. So that's what I'm suggesting. It don't have to be episode 100, but the next time we get together, we fucking set the mics up, we cue the Netflix up, and we just do a live, do a commentary of us watching it and be like, all right, we're starting the movie now, and these are the options we have, and this is what we're going to pick.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Yeah, that way if people are listening at home, they can follow through with us. And, you know.
What a cool idea. And what's crazy is that it hasn't happened until now.
Well, they've done some in the past, but
see, Netflix has got that whole, you know, you can sit there, you got your remote, and what a cool idea.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I'm jealous. Wished I came up with it, you know?
It's a really good idea. And I've heard that it's good.
Well, dude, just think about how many views alone you're going to get just because of that. You decide the outcome. What?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Just watch it. I can't just watch.
But a lot of people, they're not talking about it as much as Bird Box, but a lot of people are talking about it.
Yeah, I heard Bandersnatch. When I heard that, I was like, what is that, like Van Wilder's nickname? Oh, it's Bandersnatch. See, I thought it was Bandersnatch, you know? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Guess what that Bandersnatch.
What you know about it, you know what I'm saying?
So it's the Black Mirror creator.
Yeah. Yep.
So there's an Easter egg? Is that what it's saying?
Well, it's about a guy that's making a video game. and you watch the movie like a video game. You make the decisions and stuff.
So how many different possibilities? So there's a certain route you could take throughout the movie, and there's a secret post-credit scene. But even the director's like, I can't remember which way you have to do it to get to it.
Right. That's crazy.
Wonder how many different ways it can be viewed, like total.
I'm looking at it. Bandersnatch outcome possibility. Hold on. This is not the right fucking. This is the New York Times. I don't want far in.
Don't give them the view.
It has 5 possible endings and over 1 trillion unique possibilities. Says, says according to Variety, the film has a grand total of 5 different endings, along with more than 1 trillion unique versions of the story. This may seem overwhelming, but not all the decisions are critical ones. Yes, many of these choices do alter the fabric of the story itself, but there are others that have fewer consequences, like choosing which cereal the main character has for breakfast early on in the film. Netflix director of product innovation said that some of these simple decisions were in order to help users get comfortable with the process of choosing the story. Depending on your choices.
Like a tutorial.
Yeah. Bandersnatch can be finished in as little as 40 minutes, though the average viewing takes about 90. The narrative is built to keep viewers from straying too far from the actual story and getting caught up in an unnecessary loop. If you get to a point where you're not connected to the actual story of Bandersnatch anymore, the film will give your character an option to essentially do something over, allowing you to take a step or two back and go in a different direction.
So you can fuck it up.
Yeah. With these unique storytelling tools, Bandersnatch may not be available on all devices. Some older smart TVs and Netflix apps won't be updated for the film due to the previewing requirement. You also won't be able to watch Bandersnatch using Google Chrome or Apple TV for technical reasons. Almost every single Netflix household has a device that can play Bandersnatch. So,
that's
you know
crazy.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
What a great, it reminds me, and I think I heard him mention it. There's a YouTuber, McJuggerNugget, Psycho Kid. So last year, maybe a year or so ago, year and a half, he did a series, and like at the end of every episode, you'd get 2 options. And that option, by votes, would be, that's the way it would go in the next episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he did that for a series.
That's a good idea.
And then I heard him mention Bandersnatch. He's like, they kind of did the same thing there, but it's like, nah, it's a little different because it's like all in one piece. And
yeah,
like you can fuck yourself and go down a rabbit hole, and it's like, oh, dead end. You got to turn around and go back. You did something wrong.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Right.
Because it'll let you wonder.
Yeah.
You can wander off from the main storyline, and it's like, nope, you need to do something over. You fucked up somewhere.
Yeah. You went too far. Come back.
What's genius about that is he found a way to make someone watch his movie 5 times.
Oh, yeah.
Just to get the 5 different viewings, though.
Yeah, or more. Because how many
there's
times
only
are you
5
going to have
endings,
to watch
though.
the movie to get those different endings?
I didn't know that. I mean, that's genius. How many plays has it had? Can you pull that up? It's got to be a shit ton. See, that was the thing about. See, the only reason I'm going out here, I'm gonna say it right now, real estate. I'm gonna keep it real. All right. The only reason that Bird Box had, was it Bird Box? 45 or 43 million views in its first week is because it had Sandra Bullock in it. You know what I'm saying? Travis, are you down to watch Bandersnatch?
Yeah, dude.
I mean, that's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
So your movie has 5 different endings, and you have to. Did you hear him talk about how you can like wander off from the main story?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll say,
dude.
"Oh, you did
I
something
can't like
wrong."
over a trillion different interactions.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that's it's like, because I figure there's gonna be like 30, 50, a trillion.
Right, like 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 it's very generalized
Yeah,
in a way, but
but that's
that doesn't
amazing. Like, you
sound
gotta give props
generalized
to
at
that
all.
guy and you gotta give props to him for like having the balls to let him do it. Because it's like, you want to do what? Like, yeah, it's kind of like a video game.
Right, like I can't believe it's
Apparently,
I
it's
just can't believe.
connected to the Black Mirror somehow. I guess there's a Black Mirror Easter egg or something. Like,
Oh, it's
if you
like
do
in
it the right
universe.
way, you'll get the Easter egg at the end. It's got something to do with Black Mirror, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Like, they're not gonna give it away because it's an Easter egg, but it was something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might check that out. I think Griffin dropped again. Let's pull up though the movie news here. Have you heard anything? You got anything new in the?
No, I haven't heard much. Other than
Did you see the newer Captain Marvel trailer that they dropped during the game?
No, I have not.
They
Like,
dropped
I
a
stayed.
new one.
Actually, I stayed away from the game. Actually,
They dropped a new one. But
does
it's
it look
out
good?
there.
Is it recycled footage?
It's about the same. They put a few other things in it,
Yeah.
but it's pretty much the same trailer. That's the way it felt.
Yeah.
The
only thing I really,
sorry.
the only thing I've really seen as far as movie news is I keep seeing more Avengers 4 supposed plot leaks, and I probably saw the most convincing one the other day, and I figure once Griffin gets back in,
Let me bring up just some chuffa here. The Grinch 2018. You know, the new cartoon. You know Kevin Smith. I don't know if you know this, but you know he does that podcast called Smodcast with Scott Mosier. Scott Mosier was like his assistant director. You know, his AD in those movies, all the movies he did. Scott Mosier. He met Scott Mosier at film school in Canada. Cool dude. He actually co-directed this Grinch movie. Like, he's been away from the podcast for like 3 years in Paris working on this fucking Grinch movie, and then it drops, and it's like, holy shit, dude. Your movie just made more money than all of Kevin Smith's movies put together. But
that's insane.
But here's the thing, dude. That's a safe bet. You're making a fucking Grinch movie. Like, he was also part of that Chicken Run movie. What was it called? Something Bird Run. He worked on that, but not directing it. But he co-directed, so it was him and another guy. I mean, his movie just made $500 million worldwide. Like, holy shit. Captain Marvel is Fandango's top 3 MCU first day pre-sellers. So it's up in the top 3 of movies that sold. It's already sold tickets, like a crazy amount of tickets. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm not really that into the whole Captain Marvel character. I don't know if it's that girl or something. When I see the trailer, I'm just kind of like, oh, okay.
I feel like
it's lacking something, dude. There's just, it ain't. Wonder Woman looked better than that.
Well, to me, it's going to have the same appeal that, as far as like for the MCU, I'm not talking about like the political aspect of it, but it's going to have that same hype with Black Panther, but it's going to provide the same amount of stuff that Black Panther did, and I feel like it's just going to be more universe building in this movie. Like, it's going. I'm looking more forward to
the B-sides that they drop.
The Skrulls, how they're bringing that in,
because you know they're going to introduce some shit because they got to fill up like 2 hours. So there's going to be a lot of stuff. It's like, oh, that's cool to know. Okay, so we're gonna get some like foreshadowing for the next Avengers, I'm thinking.
Well, yeah, we're gonna get some. Well, I mean, it's gonna be that stepping stone movie for Avengers 4, but I feel like it's gonna have more. Which the Captain Marvel thing is gonna tie into the Avengers 4.
I got a question for it. All right. So the Captain Marvel movie is supposedly taking place before all this shit.
Yeah,
Samuel L. Jackson's young. Earlier, I heard you guys mention the fact that Ant-Man can possibly time travel.
Yeah.
What if Ant-Man shows up in this movie and he's like, shit just went down in the future?
That would be an interesting...
Because we just saw that the last movie that come out, other than in DC, that's the Aquaman's a DC movie. So the last movie we saw was that goddamn Ant-Man movie where he was trapped in this fucking like void where he's like, where's everybody at?
And then the trailer shows us, oh shit, he managed to get out of there. Because remember in the Avengers, in the Endgame trailer,
just, if they could show us that he can time travel, if he shows up in this movie, which is the next movie, and it's coming out 20 years before all this shit, it's just weird that they have a movie coming out right after his, and it takes place in the past. What if he pops out here? Probably not going to happen, but it would be cool if it did.
Well, here's something that sort of dismisses that a little bit. I mean, it doesn't, but it does. There's a theory. All right, so in the Captain Marvel trailers, they've introduced that she's fighting the Skrulls in this movie. It's those people that can shapeshift and whatnot.
Yeah.
Remember in the trailer, she socks that old woman on the bus and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a theory on the internet that suggests that the Scott Lang that we see in the Endgame trailer, he's a Skrull, and that Ant-Man is still in the quantum realm.
Huh.
I said something to Travis about because we saw that Ant-Man movie.
Yeah.
At the end, he's trapped, and then I heard y'all talking about maybe he can time travel before.
Yeah.
So the next movie is a movie that's taking place in the past.
Right.
And it's the movie linking us to the new Avengers, right?
Right.
Okay. What if he popped up in this movie like 20 years ago and he's like, shit's going down. Like, I'm Ant-Man, you know?
Yeah.
Probably not going to happen, but.
Well, like, here's some of the Avengers shit that I heard. Like, when with Tony Stark on the ship at the beginning of the trailer, that scene is part of this thing where him and Nebula are figuring out what to do next, but they find out that the ship has powered down and it's heading back to, like, it's sort of regrouping, but it's picked up a distress beacon of the ship that Thor and the Guardians were on.
Yeah.
Or not the ship, but the fucking the vessel that Rocket and Thor used to get to Nordrelier.
Yeah.
I'm probably mispronouncing it. And in the thing that I was reading, it says that they show up there. They talk to Eechert, which is the fucking the Peter Dinklage character. Stark rolls up, and that the only dialogue that they were showing was that it was like did Thanos do it? Tony Stark's like, yeah, we're fucked, kind of saying, it's all over with. And instead, it says Eechert saying, well, then we have work to do. And then the scene ends with a shot of the mold for the Infinity Gauntlet.
Well, this just in, 11 hours ago, Samuel L. Jackson says that Captain Marvel can travel through time. He said it. Probably wasn't supposed to, or maybe he was.
But apparently they have that going on, and
so she can time travel.
Well, Ant-Man supposedly
goes back, tells her, bam, she times travels.
Well, here's how the Avengers figure out the time travel shit, and I bet it could be how they run into Captain Marvel. Like, like maybe a scene where Marvel shows up and she's like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, I know y'all aren't from here. Or this when and where. But, like, the whole thing is that, like, as they all regroup at one point, Hulk rolls up with a bunch of fuckers from Wakanda, but Hulk's walking with the grace of a human. Or like a normal person. And you find out that Shuri's fixed his brain so that he's now Professor Hulk. So when he talks, it's just Mark Ruffalo now, but he looks like Hulk.
Shit.
But anyways, they like Ant-Man rolls up. He's like, "Hey, we need to go to the quantum realm. Some dude's been fucking talking to me. This shit and the other." They go down to the quantum realm, and they roll up at like this big weird like building down there. Doctor Strange answers the fucking door, and they figure out how to fucking do this whole thing where they're gonna go get different Infinity Stones from different time periods and stuff. And they're like, "Well, Thanos has the Time Stone," and you find out that Thanos hasn't had it. I don't know. This is where the leak kind of breaks down for me, because it's like, well, like, you know, like where's this other Time Stone coming from? Like how was Thanos able to wield a Time Stone, but yet Doctor Strange had it all along? Unless they've sucked it from another point in time. But I mean, either way, what we know is that throughout the movie, they're going to be going and revisiting all the major fights. Like apparently they're going to go back to New York. They're going to go to Sokovia. They're going to, you know what I mean? All the big Avenger moments, they're fucking going to they're going to revisit it.
Well, I mean, but if in any of the footage or anything that we've seen, he doesn't have the stones anymore, right? I mean,
well, he broke the gauntlet.
Right, but do you think he keeps the stones, or does he get rid of them? Because if he throws the stone, or if the stones go away, then she could wind up with the time stone, and she could use that. That could be kind of the connecting thing.
So what
there.
does she do? Like go back in time and kick his ass before he did all this shit?
Well, they have to find all the other stones, but like Travis was saying, what would be a better way of finding the stones than going and revisiting all these past movies, because you know exactly where they are. Like one of them was in Thor 2, one of them was in the first Avengers movie. You know, like you have all these movies where the stones were. If she's able to travel through time, and they said that there have been set photos of them in their original Avengers costumes from the first movie, this, that, and the other. So maybe her and a couple of the other ones are bouncing around through time.
It would be fucking poetry if the final fight of Endgame takes place back at the Battle of New York, but this time Tony goes through the wormhole and finishes the job.
That's what I was gonna say earlier. What if, like, when Tony Stark,
like they go back and they like a total nip it in the bud moment.
He throws the nuke through it. So this one, he would actually go through the wormhole and
fucking wreck the Chitauri and then ultimately Thanos.
I mean, that would be cool.
Did he have a nuke?
That. Yeah, remember he threw it through the hole.
I don't remember, dude. It's been a minute.
It was the nuke they were going to use on the city.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but he grabs it and takes it to the wormhole,
and then
he sees that, and that it's the scene that causes him to be the way he is for the rest of the franchise.
Yeah, all freaked out, panic attacks and shit. So we still don't know what he saw. They're going to show us what he saw in that wormhole.
Well, I mean, it did, but it's just a glimpse. It just showed a shit ton of Chitauri ships and like a lot of bad shit. Like,
yeah. So I mean, that would be kind of cool if they did that. That's because, like, I don't know if Captain Marvel has the ability out of the gate to time travel, but because at the end of the Infinity War, Fury activates the beacon, which gets her attention. If the stones fuck off after he uses them, like if they get redispersed in the galaxy and she comes across one, or if the one
is that what happens? So they don't just fall on the ground right there. Like,
well,
there's a quest. You got to find them again.
Well, here's something. I'm sure they don't go like the Dragon Balls. That would be
a little too much.
Cheesy. Yeah, I mean, we are talking about
in the clip we saw him. It was like laying there. It was there.
Well, the thing with it is that regardless of what happens to 5 of the stones, the Soul Stone is directly linked to Thanos. So they're gonna have to find a way.
What if it's a one and done, man? Like the Infinity
Ooh.
Gauntlet. What if it's like, nah, you use it and that's it? It's gone.
Like when you use it like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you
Well, he
use
broke
all
it.
of it.
It was an Infinity Stone overload. And my boy fucking the Red Baron had to die, you know?
Now it would be interesting if that's why the gauntlet broke. Because the time stone that was in it wasn't really the time stone.
Oh,
So
product defect.
that would explain why it didn't cull the universe, but more so trap half the universe.
Did it kill
inside the
Thanos
Soul
when he
Stone.
used it?
No.
There's theories that believes that he did, and it's because of the Soul Stone is why he did not die. Like when Thor rams Stormbreaker into his chest, Thanos fucking dies. When
That's
he
what I
snaps
thought.
his fingers, when he snaps his fingers in the death throes, we get that scene where he's in the stone and he's
Yeah.
talking to little Gamora.
Yeah.
Well, when he comes back, he's still looking like like he was somewhere else for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, the stone rezzed him, and then he was like, "Well, fuck, I gotta get out of here." So he teleports the fuck out.
He had a one.
But I wonder if it broke because it wasn't just because it was so much power, but because it wasn't a full gauntlet like he thought it was.
He had
And he
counterfeit
didn't
stone that he got from the
Yeah.
collector.
Yeah, like he didn't kill half the universe.
You know what I'm saying?
He just fucking moved it.
What was his thing? He was like had weird breathing or something.
Yeah. Well, that one movie had that click.
That was it.
That was that Jedi movie, The Last Jedi.
Oh, that's right. He was like the Fox movie. Anyway, so a counterfeit stone, that makes sense. Who's got the real stone then?
Strange, giving it to Ant-Man, allowing him to go where he needs to go and get out of the quantum realm. Or it's what allows the Avengers via the chick from Black Panther. They devise
Wait,
like
what
stuff
if one
that
of the
utilizes.
stones is in the quantum? Like when he goes there, he finds it. It's already
I
there.
mean, or if it's another time stone from another universe. And that's how they realize, hey, if we go to this different shit and alter stuff, we fucking branch out to different timelines, but we're getting all these different stones and we're going to fix ours.
Do the stones have power alone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well,
the
I mean,
time stone allows
that's
you to
the
time
point.
travel.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah,
stone
I mean,
did
yeah.
Doctor Strange have?
The time one.
Oh. Of course he gave him a fake one. Dude, he could make one.
But the thing
Right
is
there on
that,
the spot, he could just say fake stone, and that's what he gets.
but that completely undoes the stakes, though, of why he gives the time stone to Thanos to begin with.
Maybe he gave it to
Because
him
the
because he
whole-
knows
because-
it's not real. No, it's real.
Well, I
'cause he
mean,
was using it.
unless he pulled some Donald Trump part of the deal, because remember the whole
The deal's
bet
not
was
done,
that
okay?
the whole thing was that he's going to spare Stark's life if he gives him the actual
Because he
time
knows
stone.
Stark's
Like,
the only way to beat him when he
well,
goes into the
'cause he
wormhole
says-
and nukes him.
What he says in the dialogue, if I remember it correctly, he says no tricks. Assuming that, I mean, like that's the thing. Thanos is hyper intelligent. Like he's one of those people. Like in the books, he's like a step ahead of everyone.
Yeah.
And
Godlike.
so, like he you know, like you would like to think he's bad enough to know if Strange is fucking bullshitting him.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, maybe it could be just class
This
A.
shit's
I
gonna
would
be
literally
crazy.
risk fucking killing Tony Stark to fucking give you bullshit.
When he
I
came
don't-
out of his thing, he
well,
said
well,
there's
if you
one
think about it,
possibility.
Well, if you think about it, he does kind of say that. He tells them that at the fucking beginning. He's like, if it's the time stone or you, I'm picking the stone, dude.
Yeah.
So he already established
That's
he would gamble
before-
someone's life
But
for
that's
it.
before he looked through the possibilities.
Yeah.
And then he looked through it and he came out and he's like, there's one.
Yeah.
And then he
only
trades
one.
the stone for Tony Stark's life, right?
Stop it. Stop on. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys, my dog.
So it because before he didn't care about Stark. Now he wants Stark to live.
Yeah.
Well, you realize how
Doctor
important
Strange
he
is one of the
though.
coolest motherfucking characters of all time.
Yeah.
I'm saying it. Dude, I like him better than Captain America. Like, I mean, Captain America, it's like, all right, he's just a good old boy. Like, he eats
had
spinach
less-
every day,
he's
you know?
he's definitely, for all of the new
That movie
characters
was
that's only had
good
a
as
little
fuck.
bit of like X amount of screen time. Yeah, dude, he's definitely
Good as
one of my
fuck.
favorite.
Like, I wish they'd
He's
make
one of my
another one.
he's one of my favorite of the. It's so crazy because while he's not that big in the movies, other than his respected film and stuff, like he's such a huge part of the
Yeah.
comic lore. And what's funny though is that they brought him in with this because of something like Thanos, but most of the time, any of these big events that go down, when they consult Doctor Strange, Strange is always like, I ain't got a dog in this race. Like,
oh, he don't want nothing to do with it.
Come and get me when the fucking like fabric of reality's at jeopardy. Like, if you guys can fight this shit out and punch your way out, go for it. But
he's like, I ain't gonna help y'all catch the Hulk. That ain't my job, dude. I'm like trying to protect everyone. You know, the world, the universe.
Yeah, like if it doesn't threaten existence, Strange really doesn't give a shit about it.
Strange.
I don't know, man. I think that
shit's about to get real.
Well, I think he gave him the actual time stone. I think all that happened, and I think that like her showing up on Earth, they're gonna find some kind of way. I mean, because unless it redistributes the stone, which would take fucking forever to find all of them, the only way to get them all back, unless Thanos has all of them, and that would be kind of a cop out to do that, would be to have to go through. That's the only logical thing that makes sense. Now, them going through time, that's a big question mark. You know what I'm saying? Like, who's to say that like Stark doesn't have something made for him that gives him the ability, you know what I mean? Or just anything like that. I mean, it's got to be that core group.
Yeah.
Going through time.
Because I feel like it's gonna. I mean, it's gonna boil down that it is the OG Avengers that have to do it, and blah blah blah.
Yeah, but everybody said
the bands get back together.
Yeah, well, and they say that like everybody's talking about Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel. I don't think that she's gonna have as big a role in Endgame as everybody thinks. I think that her standalone movie is gonna be her time to shine, and she'll probably show up and help them fuck Thanos up or do whatever needs to be done. But I don't think that she's gonna be like the fucking one. You know what I mean? I think that she's gonna point him in the right direction, and then she's gonna fuck off until she's needed again. You know, because if she's wherever she's at in the universe, and then Shield fucking Sam Jackson contacts her, then it's going to take her time to get back there. That means that she might beat Tony and them back, but I don't know. I kind of have a feeling she's going to show up right at the end.
But even if she doesn't have to time travel, like she's still going to be alive when that shit happens.
Oh yeah.
We're just seeing a prequel. I mean,
yeah.
It's just like the Wonder Woman movie. It bounced around in time.
Wonder Woman.
They're just going to I think maybe this is what happened. They were working on the Avengers story, and they were like, you know what? You know what would be badass? I read some fan theories online. You guys ever heard of Captain Marvel? Let's write that bitch into the story. You know?
Yeah.
It's probably what happened. Like maybe a movie or two ago, they was like, because there's probably 2 movies ahead of us.
If not more.
Yeah, they know where they're going, kinda.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm just saying, if she was gonna be a part of the story real big, then why wasn't she here? You know, you're shooting a prequel, like she'd have been here sooner, earlier. Like I feel like she came on there like, this is what we're gonna do. I've been online reading comments, you know, like, because I'm telling you, you'll read online, it's like, why don't you write movies, motherfucker? You know?
Yeah, I know.
Like this was better than the movie. Like Lost, man. I really and truly believe that the fans changed the outcome of that show.
Yeah.
I do. I just don't think that show was going that way at all. And there were so many fucking seasons that they read the online theories and were like, this is fucking it right here. Because they said they read them. I think they stole from it. Ain't got nothing to do with Avengers, but
they're saying that this. All right, so this year we get Captain Marvel, we get Endgame, and then we get Spider-Man 2. They're saying that Spider-Man 2 comes out July the.
Pumped about that Spider-Man movie.
I can't wait.
He's a good Spider-Man.
Yes. We haven't got a
What's weird is that so Spider-Man's dead, but there's another Spider-Man movie coming out after the damn Endgame.
Oh,
yeah.
So we know they come back.
Homecoming takes place minutes after Endgame.
Oh.
Far From Home?
Far From Home, sorry.
That makes sense. I guess he wakes up and he's somewhere else.
Well, according to what I've read, and if this spoils the movie, I'm sorry, but I just want to talk about it. Apparently, it starts with everybody acknowledging that Iron Man's dead.
I told y'all. I'm just saying.
But
did I not say Tony Stark was gonna die?
But
if Tony Stark's die, y'all gonna give me my fucking dues, like.
But Mysterio apparently has Chitauri tech again. He has to go and recruit the Vulture to help him find Mysterio, and all while all of them, the villain from Homecoming.
Oh.
And the movie kind of does some draws on some stuff like that, I guess. That's all that I've read. But if it's saying that, you know, Iron Man's dead and whatnot, then I mean, it makes sense, but it also confirms some theories, I think, or at least.
Did you see that Michael Keaton is in Far From Home?
Yeah, he is.
He's in it, and so is Jake Gyllenhaal.
He's playing Mysterio.
Oh, so he is the Vulture's in the movie.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the cast right now.
I'm excited because I fucking love Michael Keaton.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So we're gonna get those three this year. We're gonna get first we're gonna get Captain Marvel, and then a month later we're gonna get Endgame, and then 2 months later we're gonna get Spider-Man 2 on the Marvel side.
Shit.
Yeah,
Marvel's
so we're gonna get
suck our dicks, DC. You know.
Well, yeah, we're gonna get 3 back to back pretty much. And then I think Black Panther 2 comes out at the beginning of next year. They're filming it right now, I think.
Who?
Black Panther 2. They say that Spider-Man Far From Home is the first movie in phase 4 of Marvel's.
How many phases do they have?
Who fucking knows?
Endgame's supposed to be the end of 3.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know how like at band practice we had a whiteboard?
Yeah.
We'd write titles down. I feel like Endgame was on the board. And when they got there, finally, they were like, I mean,
fuck it.
Let's just call it Endgame. Like,
yeah. Like that's
what we've been calling it this whole time. Yeah. It's kind of hard to think of it as anything other than Endgame.
When we get to the end game of the fucking story. But yeah. I'm excited. I can't wait. I mean, the first Black Panther was kind of a letdown, but that first Spider-Man movie is one of my favorite standalone fucking. That Doctor Strange and Iron Man, they're pretty much my favorite of standalone. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward, and I'm looking forward to Black Panther too. I'm just, you know, it was overhyped, in my opinion. But, you know, what do I know? So,
hey man, there was something we talked about while you were gone.
Yeah.
I was giving shout outs to Scott Mosier because his movie just grossed more than Home Alone.
Oh, shit.
It's a Christmas movie, one of the top selling Christmas movies of all time, at $500 million.
Fucking right.
His first movie he's ever directed.
And he's making big bucks.
He just made more than Kevin Smith with all his movies, like
yeah,
put together.
That's fucking. That's
I was
awesome.
telling Travis, I was like, well, that's kind of like a safe bet.
Yeah,
I mean, you're making a Grinch movie. Who's not going to go watch that? Benedict Cumberbatch played the Grinch in that movie. I bet it's good.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it for real.
I know it's going to be funny because Mosier was involved.
Yeah,
He's got a different kind of humor, but all right, back to what you were talking about.
Well, do you want to rate Dr. No? And then
Sure. I mean, I'm gonna give it a star.
You want to give it a star?
I'm gonna give it a full star. That way, if y'all come, you know, if y'all ain't bringing the stars down, we don't hit 007 too bad. Is this the first 007 movie? I'm gonna look, dude. It didn't take me more than one viewing. I sat down and I kind of couldn't quit watching it.
Yeah,
it sucked my ass in. I want to see what was gonna happen. Like,
yeah,
and it like, you know, this movie's dated.
Yeah,
time,
it is.
But it didn't bother me. I was just fascinated by Sean Connery, like just watching him, work.
It was like watching an animal in the wild.
Yeah, dude.
It was hunting,
and I believed it.
Yeah, me too.
It pulled me in. I believed it, so I'm gonna give it a star. Like, I don't know if it's the best James Bond movie because I haven't seen them all yet.
That's yet to be seen.
At the end, we're gonna decide what was our favorite James Bond movie. You guys should keep that in mind. Like, what was your James Bond movie? You're just like, God damn, that's the one.
Yeah,
it's gonna take a couple of years, but if we ever want to, we can cram. You know, how about we do? Because we just did like 30 minutes of James Bond talk and an hour of Avenger talk. You could always cram 2 in a viewing.
Yeah, we could.
You know what I mean? And you're doing the 2 like right there with each other. So you do one movie and then you do the other one. You know, if we ever want to, so it doesn't take years to get through it. Because
I'm cool with it.
If we ever, throw it out there sometime. We don't have to do it every time, but
yeah, I'm cool. I like it.
That just because it's a lot.
Yeah, it is 25 movies,
and it doesn't take you long to talk about it.
No,
but I give it a star.
What about you, Trey?
Especially now, I'm sorry. Especially now, since like we talked about all of that, Austin Powers shit.
Yeah,
and it was just kind of cool to see how much shit he took from that. It was just kind of cool. Like, I'm an Austin Powers fan. So.
Yeah,
baby.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Do I make you horny, baby? All right, Trev, what you got?
This whole Bond thing, it's going to be my personal quest for finding a Bond I sit through completely.
This is the first time I've ever done it, where I sit there probably one viewing and didn't like come back to it. And it was like.
So, I mean, with that in mind, it's not a terrible movie by any means, but it still left me feeling like I have with all the other Bond movies. So I'm just going to give it a half.
What about a Hardy?
Oh, I mean, it's a good movie. It's worth the watch. But, yeah, it's
James Bond.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, it's James Bond. I have a hard time I've had a hard time watching the Daniel Craig movies over the Pierce Brosnan ones.
Right.
I'm not that into the Daniel Craig Bond, especially Casino Royale was good. And I think the Quantum of Solace was pretty, but then those other two, oh man, it was a shit show.
Right. I haven't watched them, so I can't wait to get to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it
a day. You're gonna watch those Daniel Craig movies.
Right. I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give this one a full star because it set the groundwork for
all the Bonds to come.
Like 50 years of Bond. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
this is our Doctor Who.
Yeah.
This is our longest running fucking, gag. Like.
Yeah. But I'm gonna have to give it the full star just because of that. I mean, it's been running they've been making Bond movies for over 50 years now, and I get it. Like I've watched several of them. I mean, I've watched quite a few of them actually, and like I enjoy the hell out of them because they get over the top, they get crazy.
Yeah.
But whenever you see Sean Connery just being a badass and just being like,
he was super cool.
Yeah, that's I don't know. It made me enjoy it that much more. So that's what I'm giving it. I'm giving it a full stars. Gets 2.5 stars from the fucking real estate community.
Sean Connery was the bomb in The Rock.
Wasn't he though? The Rock. We got to get to The Rock. Well,
I'm kind of more excited for that Shazam movie over that Captain Marvel movie, to be honest with you. I'm a little more excited to see that one. The trailer, it looks funny. It looks like a good time.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to LOL.
I've heard that damn Aquaman movie was mint.
As fuck.
Yeah.
I heard. It said mint AF.
I don't know if it's true or not.
I think it is. We need to get up on that.
Yeah. Is there a way for us to get it?
No, not yet.
Okay.
But it's coming.
It's coming.
I can feel it brewing in my plums. I'm about to like upset y'all.
Uh-oh.
The Glass early reviews are in.
Yeah. Heard
Quote,
that Mick.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
It's a mess. Damn.
I'm still going to watch it.
I'm going to watch it too. And it may not be a mess. You guys know we can't always go by that. We sit here and suck a Superman movie's dick for like 2 hours and 30 minutes one night. Like,
yeah.
And a Batman versus Superman movie that everybody hated. Like,
everybody.
Yeah. Except us. Because we keep it real.
We're the few strong. You know what I mean?
The King of the Monsters directors revealing monsters.
Uh-oh.
For Godzilla 3? What's that like?
What that smell like?
Let me read the whole goddamn page. Oh, it's coming up. So not yet.
He gonna tease us.
Samuel L. Jackson wants to play Nick Fury for another 10 years.
I'll allow it.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
They need to shoot his other eye out. Then I'll be impressed.
But he'll be like fucking Bird Box then.
Gunpowder milkshake? Sounds strange.
Speaking of fucking Bird Box, can we fucking review this movie soon?
You want to watch it?
I haven't watched it yet, just because I
haven't seen it.
Have you seen it, Trav?
No, man.
Are you interested in watching it?
I could really give a fuck about watching it, but I'll do it for the pod.
Bird Box? I watched a breakdown.
I mean, it's up to y'all, but
because I wanted to know what it was.
It's Bird Box.
I like Sandra Bullock, kinda.
She's okay. She's not my favorite, but you know.
She was good in Speed.
This Miss Congeniality bitch over here. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about that. It's like a chick flick.
I mean, you know. That ain't your Catcher in the Rye. That's somebody's Catcher in the Rye, though.
Yeah, I'm sure. Her name's fucking Tina, you know? She likes Miss Congeniality and fucking, what was the blonde? Legally Blonde?
Oh, my God.
Clueless.
Ooh.
Those are her jams.
I don't want to hang out with Tina.
No. She's real extra. She buys a lot of decorations for every holiday.
I think I dated a girl that was a Tina.
Yeah. A lot of decorations.
Yeah. Well, you talked to her, Adam.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of decorations.
Yeah, a lot.
Like 16 pumpkins at Halloween. It's like,
It's
are
a
these all
lot.
real?
Of course
Carve
they
all
are.
these yourself?
Yeah.
So you start October the 1st, you carve a pumpkin every night until fucking Halloween? It's extra as fuck. Captain Marvel's gonna be like the Superman. What Trent said. They want it to be like their Superman character.
Shit, I'm okay with it.
Venom 2 moving forward with original writer. He's returning. So they shooting another Venom movie.
Well, that's on the list here. We got 2 movies coming up. We need to fill some more in on this list here. We got Predator, the Predator reboot. We got Venom. What else y'all want to put on?
I've actually watched Venom a couple weeks ago.
You saw it?
Yeah.
Was it terrible?
It's pretty bad.
Oh.
But where the movie soars, goddamn, it soars.
Shines.
Oh goddamn. Tom Hardy as Venom, fucking all day, man. But you could tell the studio wasn't 100% confident.
Should they have kept it an R rating?
Fuck yes. Really, by subduing the R rating, all they really did was all the scenes where the symbiotes were fucking shit up. There just wasn't any blood.
Right.
Like, there's a part where Venom has the host of this woman, and well, no, it's either Venom or Riot. I can't remember which of the two, but they kind of pull this fucking, what's this? What do you want to call it? It's that shit where, like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, it's like jumping bodies and stuff.
Yeah.
And like they look all fucked up looking and shit until it finds Eddie. But when it rolls up on this one motherfucker, though, this little village, the symbiote just fucking straight rips everybody apart. But no blood.
Of course.
Like, that's the hardest thing to get past for me with it, because it's like the actions that the tendrils of the symbiote are doing. It's like, man, I mean, blood should be splattering the walls, you know?
Right.
The humor was good. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's. I'm interested in Venom 2 because of what this movie ends with.
Right. Well,
very interested.
Of any of the movies that we can possibly watch, Trav, what do you want to watch after Venom?
You got anything on your mind?
What do we have available?
I will say that Vice has hit the streets, and that's the Dick Cheney, what's his name, Batman movie. I'd like to saw an article title. I didn't click on the article. The caption was enough for me. What's his name? Christian Bale said he'd like to thank Satan for his Cheney performance. I guess he based it on Cheney and Satan. Was Cheney really that bad?
Well, when you know who Cheney was, when you realize where he was coming from going into the Bush presidency, you're like, oh,
do you
damn.
think Cheney was the puppet master behind everything? Because George Bush kind of seemed a little stupid though, dude. Like,
well, here's the thing: wasn't Cheney the CEO of Lockheed Martin, or some other type of
what's it called?
Weapons firm?
Enron.
No, that's the fucking money laundering fuckers.
Yeah.
What was it called? It was something. Oh yeah, he
Boeing?
worked at a weapons. Nah, it's something. It's a different name. Ah, damn it! I gotta look. But he was the company that sold all the weapons to,
Whoever wanted them.
Well, the war in Afghanistan that we started, they used all his company's shit. Right?
Yeah. It did.
Enough to where it's awfully ironic, you know?
And I also heard that George Bush had some Halliburton. That's it.
Yeah,
Man, I've heard motherfuckers bitching about Halliburton. I actually heard that George Bush had some, like, either some stock or something in it.
Yeah.
You know, that's always been the thing, though. You hear, like, anytime they start a war, it's to make money.
It's profitable for some of them.
Yeah.
It ain't for me, but it is for somebody.
I actually saw today that our dearly beloved, president that everybody loves so much, Supreme Leader Trump, is he may take state of emergency action and get the wall built because it's a security threat to the country. So he's actually got lawyers right now making sure that he can't get in trouble for doing it.
Right.
Like checking it out.
Well.
Because apparently he ain't ever going to get his funding. Like right now, dude, this is like the play of the century. And he don't want to budge on it. Like,
yeah.
He already said, and they're like, yeah, but what about all the people they're not going to get their checks? And he's like, fuck them.
Yeah,
Someone filled me in on this. When you have a government job like that, usually you get your money or you're dealing with like some kind of credit union.
Yeah.
They will give you your money. They'll credit you the money.
Yeah, and they'll
get it back when it comes in, the back pay, because they know you're going to get it.
Exactly. So
apparently everybody's still getting their checks. It's just on credit right now, and they'll have to, it'll pay it back in when it comes in.
Yeah.
That's what I'm told. I don't have a government job, so
yeah,
can't vouch for them. I know people are still getting their like Social Security checks, and
we're still paying taxes. So yeah.
But here's what they got to agree on a budget. If there's no budget to how we're going to spend the money, then it just stops, supposedly. But here's what I was thinking. I know how to fix this. All right, y'all ready for it? I'm running in like 2080. I know how to fix this. This should be a rule.
All right.
So right now, the government shutdowns happen. So they're not paying like, state prison workers, and like these guys are still going to work, but they're not being paid. And then all these people like TSA people, like, all this shit. Like,
yeah.
All right. There's a lot. I think, all right, those people are just making a little bit of money because they said there's like 800,000 people that's not getting a check right now.
Right.
So Congress is sitting up there on their fat asses, still getting their big ass checks.
Yeah.
Those need to stop.
Yeah, I agree.
The people that need to like sit down and work the bill out, they need to take a hit. It's like, oh, well, I tell you what, go ahead because I'm here for the people. That's what they always say.
Yeah.
So right now, we're not going to get our money because let's face it, we'll make it. We've already got a bunch. Yeah. So we're gonna push our money back, and you can just use that to pay all these people. Dude, that 800,000 or however much it is, like a third of fucking Congress will probably pay for that.
Yeah.
The amount of money these fuckers are making,
Yeah.
But they need to cut their money off, cut their checks off until they can sit down and like work shit out. Because when the motherfuckers' money stops rolling in, they start thinking a little differently. Like, okay, well, maybe we should, work something out. That's what I think.
Yeah, I agree.
And term limits.
I agree.
I mean, the president's got a term limit.
Yeah.
Why shouldn't Congress?
Everybody. Term limits for everybody. 2 years.
I should have a term limit. 2 years? I think 4. Give them 4. They can do 4. Yeah. You don't think so?
Maybe a year and a half.
But it doesn't have to be back to back. Like, let's say you're in there 2 years, you lose the next election, and then you go back and you run again, you get it for another 2.
Yeah.
It's highly unlikely that a motherfucker's going to be, once they vote you out, they're like, no, fuck you.
Yeah.
Give them 4. That ain't bad. I mean, that's half of what the president can do.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying term limits should be a thing. Like, it's crazy that it's not. So a motherfucker can sit up there for 40 years, you know,
Interesting.
grease some palms.
Interesting fact about the term limit thing. Ted Cruz has recently proposed a bill or helped draft a bill to do just that.
But
if it got passed, it would effectively end his career. Like, it would, like, his limit would be like he would.
It's a very honorable thing to do.
Have you seen the meme?
Is it very honorable, or is it just super fucking stupid on his part?
Well, I mean, you can't, you can't like have the cake and fucking eat it too, right? Like,
yeah,
I don't even know if that fits.
Well, I mean,
I'm just saying you can't ask these other motherfuckers to step away.
Are there still people in those positions of power that have a little bit of integrity to do that?
So maybe 2 or 4 years is a little extreme. I just don't think you should be able to do it for 30 or 40.
Well, I think at the most 8.
I will say this. I don't want to lose Trey Gowdy. That's all I'm saying. If he's going to be kicked out, it's like, no, he can stay. He's cool. Like, wait a minute now. That's not what the bill said. It's like, that's what my bill says, goddammit. Like,
that's the exception.
Yeah, I get to pick the people I like. And Nancy Pelosi, your ass is gone.
I feel like
I just don't like her, man. It ain't got nothing to do with
Don't get me wrong. I love a good Trey Gowdy chew out.
He's a bit of an asshole, though.
Well, for me though, it's how much is Trey Gowdy genuinely that type of person?
Not
and
enough.
How much is he just, or how much is it of him that's like, hey, we need somebody to feel like the good guys are winning. Let's throw 10 fucking seconds of Gowdy chewing someone out.
Yeah.
Like, is he really limits. Like, because if you think someone with that much conviction for justice and all this shit, you'd think he'd be a little higher on the totem pole than where he's at. All powers that be aside, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if we could elect Donald Trump as president because he just fucking wanted to and put the money and did all his campaign shit, why hasn't somebody like Gowdy stepped forward and been like, you know what?
Yeah.
You're not going to like me all the time, but I'm going to be fucking fair. I'm going to run the fucking country the way it needs to be. And
he was a lawyer, so he's by the law. So laws are going to be tough. I wonder what he would have to say about a wall. But what was it? Usually, though, you only see him freak out like when they're like grilling somebody for spending too much money, or he was like, "You spent $15,000 on a coffee pot." Like, what the fuck? What 3 of them? Yeah, dude, this happened.
No shit.
Dog, they had $10,000 coffee cups.
Fuck.
No fucking shit. Coffee cups.
It better keep my coffee warm for years.
Yeah. It better wipe my ass when I get the coffee shits. I think there should be term limits. Can Trump pass that? Can he? I mean, they'd have to vote on it. The people that you're fucking up would have to vote on that shit. They're not going to vote for that. I'm thinking executive order.
Yeah. He signs it in. Fuck y'all.
I say we start a little bet.
What are we betting? Slight bet?
On the government shutdown. When it's going to be over.
Oh, over under?
We're 3 weeks into it right now. How much longer do you think it's going to last? And do you think Trump's going to have to cave?
Hold on. They're saying
all he needs is 10 votes.
They're saying that the president may face jail time for illegal payments during his campaign.
Get the fuck out of here.
That's what this fucking article said. I'm thinking that the government shutdown is going to go on for 6 more weeks. And I don't think he's going to cave. I think the walls.
At this point, dude, he's like, he put his cards on the table. He kind of can't cave.
Well, you know what I mean? Didn't he say fuck you guys and dip out of the meeting?
Yeah, I heard he smacked a folder full of papers out of Chuck Schumer's hands. smacked it out of his hands. But y'all know why Trump won the election. Did y'all watch any of those debates?
Yeah.
This motherfucker was trolling hard. Like,
yeah.
He was like, it was almost like we put 4chan on the stage. Like, he was trolling about as hard as you can troll and keep it like PG.
Yeah.
Trolling real hard. You know motherfuckers loved it when he's up there. It was real funny when he was trolling those Republicans.
Yeah.
That shit was hilarious. He was Teflon Don. I miss those days. I was so excited when he was trolling people. I miss it. And then it was like, oh shit, now he's in there and he's doing things. And
that quick retort that he gave to Hillary Clinton on live TV.
Because you'd be in jail?
Yes.
That actually made it into a top 20 comebacks of that year. I saw a video. Comebacks. She was like, do you really want this person running the laws in this country, in charge of the laws? And he's like, because you'd be in jail. And it was like, you know, you just cut to that. You know that picture of those dudes like, ooh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I give it 4 more weeks.
4 more weeks?
I give it, well.
I think it'll be over by Monday.
No more than 2 months, no less than month and a half.
I think it'll be over by Monday.
That's only because
tensions are getting high, dude.
It's a media spectacle, and they're gonna need the next thing soon. Like the next thing needs to come up soon.
Like somebody needs to shoot up somewhere, or something needs to happen.
They need to keep your ass planted in your couch watching TV, taking in what they want you to know.
Yeah.
But as soon as something happens, let's say there's a fucking earthquake or something, you know, some kind of disaster, like just a proper disaster.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to start looking at that. Nobody's going to give a fuck about the government shutdown. They can't use it anymore because right now, dude, it's a fucking field day. Like, they're wearing this shit out, man.
Now, granted, I'm not an avid football watcher, but most people, or at least from our neck of the woods, college football is very much representative of Trump's presidency, because what's going to happen? Trump's like Alabama right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody hates Alabama because Alabama wins all the time.
And then they lost.
Everybody hates Trump because Trump's had a few
they didn't win the championship.
He's had a few little victories here and there. When Bama lost at the championship, it wasn't, hey, Clemson's so good. Hey, we should just praise the team that won and give them all the glory. No, instead what you got was a bunch of people being like, yeah, fuck Bama. About time they lost. Like, they were still focused on the fact that Alabama, like, they hated Alabama for the sake of hating them.
Yeah.
And I think the same, like, no matter what good Donald Trump does in his presidency, whether it's 2 more years or 6 more, no one's ever going to like him.
Never.
But
it always happens.
It doesn't matter if he caves on every fucking policy that he put forward and caters to all the shit that he was against. It doesn't matter if he does a complete flip. Those people that didn't like him when he was running, and you know, for the past couple of years, they are still going to hate him. They are still going to find something negative to say about him. They're going to go, yeah, he did do this, and that's good, but it's about time he did this. Like, they're going to complain because it took so long.
When you got 800 motherfuckers in Congress working against you, it's kind of hard to do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kind of make it hard to do shit. I will say this. China right now is paying like billions, like 10 billion, something crazy number in tariffs right now that they've never had to pay to us before. Never. Like they're going to have to pay us what we're worth. And apparently our market right now is doing better than theirs.
Right.
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
They're trying to work on a deal, and here's the thing: China's gonna have to pay out. It's like if you want, look, what's the deal? It's like give us 500 billion, you gonna make 20 trillion. You know, they'll do it. They'll pay. We could have been asking for money years ago, more money. It's like, no, you ain't paying us enough. We see the numbers you're doing. We know how much you're making. They should have been. I mean, they're like number one, right? I mean, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, they're through the roof over there, and it's like they should be paying us more because we're buying all this shit.
Did y'all see where we have arrested? I think we arrested them in Canada, but it's pretty much the people that are over the ZTE cell phone company.
I saw this Chinese chick.
Yeah.
What was she doing? She did something terrible. They're like after her ass. What did she do? I don't even know.
I can't remember the full deed. I just remember it being related to the trade war. Oh, well, as far as ZTE is concerned, they're one of the devices that's been flagged where the Chinese have been spying on us.
That's right.
Now I'm painting with broad strokes with that, but that's right. More or less the gist.
That's what I saw. Yeah, that they're spying claims. And here's all I'm saying: something popped off that they were spying through that, and her ass fled to Canada and was like hiding somewhere.
Well, I think spying is too harsh a word. I think what it is China was gathering data illegally in our country.
Like Facebook
through these phones. Yeah, like I think they went through some, thou shalt not to fucking do that. You know what I mean?
Because in America, like only our government can gather data.
Because they're protesting Apple fucking hard right now over in China.
Well, and then I think they're trying to get Apple to move their company here.
Well, yeah, they're trying to get them to
protest against Apple because of the whole ZTE thing.
Well, in response to it, yeah, it's definitely a nationalist push, and
because it's an American product, kinda.
Yeah, and they're like, so there's a lot, not right wing, but there's a lot of nationalists or Chinese nationalists. I don't mean it in the Nazi sense, but like motherfuckers that give a shit about China. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that are like boycotting Apple, like get them the fuck out of the country. Like we don't, like, they're not gonna fucking burn the goddamn building down, but they're like, hey,
their numbers have dropped.
Don't let them make any more money than they already are.
Their numbers have dropped.
Yeah,
it's been popping up in the
they're
news.
wanting to kill Apple's growth over there. That way, they have to either come back to the U.S. or go elsewhere.
Trump would love that if he could bring Apple home. Okay.
You realize how expensive Apple would become, though?
Oh yeah, well they could take a fucking cut,
but they won't.
No, they won't.
I mean, they won't. I mean, that would.
It's
that would
already
be like
expensive
saying,
as fuck.
Adam, you're living off these good tax breaks because you work in this county.
Oh.
Well, how about you come back? You know what I mean? Like, come over here and get totally ass fucked because you're gonna have to pay twice as much for your team, your warehouse employees, all that shit. You're like, nah, no, thank you. I'm good with the cheap labor over here.
I did see that he was gonna put like 500 billion or million. I can't remember. The head of Apple's gonna put that in something into America. They're gonna build something. I also see that Trent just said that China's moving their I guess their operation to Korea because of the tariffs. I guess we have a better trade deal with Korea because we're kind of on the same page. So
yeah,
Korea they know who their fucking pimp daddy is.
What's crazy is how much Korea has died out of the national spotlight since Trump and Kim Jong-un did their big little meeting, and like you just like ISIS, they haven't been spoken of. Like,
Yeah.
wasn't it this time last year that just about every day was like, is today the day they bomb us or we bomb them?
Oh, I kind of don't. Elon Musk lays foundation for a $7 billion Tesla plant in China. Oh, come on, dude. Damn. Okay. And North Korea gets a McDonald's.
Elon
That's
Musk
what
just
Kim
wants to
Jong wanted.
fucking
I
all
would like
Elon,
to get the
Elon Musk wants to do.
McDonald's.
He just wants to spend fucking money. That's what he wants to do.
Kind of hate that. But yeah, Apple products are already fucking super high. But if you go out and buy a new Samsung phone, it's $1,000 too. I mean, you're gonna spend $1,000 on a new phone, and it's worth it. It's a good phone. New phones are nice. We'll all have Google Pixels. We'll all have Facebook phones. I'm surprised Facebook didn't release a phone.
Yeah,
A face phone.
Yeah, just face phone me, man. Like someone sends you a message and it's like purple, and you're like, "Oh, you got a face phone?" We're using.
I'm just ready for.
Face
I'm
message.
just ready for the. I'm ready for the Pit Boy.
I think that before too long, it'll probably be a while, but we'll be able to like plug our phone into our head and sit there and Google shit with our eyes closed and look at it.
Or there's gonna be a nuclear bomb that fucking
I'll take that too.
fuck shit up. We're all fucking irradiated, but the only thing that can keep us alive is if we go get this medically implanted brain chip that's also going to serve as an interface
The mark of the
for the
beast, you mean?
future. We're not going to get that biblical. I'm just saying creepy shit.
Foxconn's building in the U.S., Trent says, he thinks. I think I heard something like that too, which is crazy. Guys, we got to figure out those movies.
Yeah.
Let's watch the Trump movie.
I'm fixing to have to fucking go to bed anyway.
Let's try to throw some titles down. Do y'all want to watch Vice?
Yeah, I'm putting it on here.
You want to tag it on? So that's coming after Venom?
Yeah.
What else we got? You ain't got nothing?
How about White Boy Rick?
Yeah, there you go. It's out. Did we watch the trailer for Replicas? Did it look good? Yeah, that was that Keanu Reeves trailer. Remember his family? He like cloned his family. Oh, I saw the trailer.
Yeah, I did.
I haven't watched.
That's out.
I haven't watched White Boy Rick yet, but I've got it sitting on Blu-rays.
Yeah, I picked it up.
Wasn't there another good movie that we were all like stammering to see?
Oh, I have a TV show suggestion. Not something we gotta do for the pod, but just throwing it out there for y'all to pick it up and check it out when you get a chance. Kevin Costner's done a show called Yellowstone.
Yeah, my brother's told me about this. He said it was amazing.
It's Breaking Bad in Montana. Like, it's good, dude. This guy owns a massive fucking ranch that borders all these different other companies, Indian reservations, and all this stuff. They're all trying to get the land from him. And he's a pretty bad motherfucker. Like, when people work for him, he brands them. They work for him. They have a good life. Can't really break from it. But it's one of those things where he's not a evil person, but you're going to do shit his way and his way only.
He's Candyman.
The house that Jack built, was that the one?
Yes.
Because that's out. Was that the movie? Because there's a movie that we were like,
I want to watch that, and I second bumping that up the list.
You bumping it up?
Yes. If we could watch that one sooner, I'm down with that one. It's just whatever. I know we'll get around to it, but I've been interested in watching that for a minute now.
I'm looking at the movie list. I saw that Jonah Hill's movie. Did y'all hear about his movie?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Okay. So it's out. I don't know if it's something, though.
Yeah.
Did y'all know that Jordan Peele's going to make a Candyman movie?
Yeah, I saw that.
And the original Candyman guy wants to be in it?
I'll allow it.
Yeah, he's got to put him in it.
Tony Todd can be creepy as fuck.
I'm not seeing any other movies here, Griffin. You come on, pull it from the memory.
Man, I can't do it. Well, we got 5. Do you want the 6th one to be the next James Bond movie?
Can be, yeah.
Let's
we can
see.
throw it on there. I mean, look, here's all I'm saying. When Bohemian Rhapsody comes out, we gotta watch that shit.
Okay.
As soon as it drops, like,
I'm down.
we gotta throw that in rotation. We might have to
Like
bump one out.
it gets the line jump.
It gets the fucking pass from me.
I
I don't know about y'all, but
I'm cool.
as soon as my eyes, like, as soon as I see it, I'm like, I'm gonna watch it. Like, it's getting watched, 30 minutes later.
Excuse me.
So what you got? You got Venom.
I got Predator. I got Venom. Vice. White Boy Rick. The House That Jack Built, From Russia with Love. And it don't have to be in that order. We can
Sounds like a good month and a half.
Boy Rick. So I got Vice. White Boy Rick. What was the other one?
House That Jack Built.
That's right.
And then From Russia with Love.
Okay.
With love.
I don't know how I feel about that, but
That's that's the next.
let's do it.
Came out in 1963.
They took they only took a year later.
Yeah.
And it's still Sean Connery. How many movies did he do? Bunch of them?
7. Yeah.
Oh. This one's budget was $2 million.
Uh-oh, it's gonna be twice as good.
Yeah. I'll see you a month and a half from now,
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I guess we're gonna shut it down. We got 2.5 stars on Dr. No. Come back next week with Venom. Predator. I kind of want to see Predator.
I do too.
Low
I heard
key.
it was good.
High key, whatever kind of key. All right, guys. Checks in the mail.
Keep it real.